So see, dispersion. So this is a dispersion effect that we are going to do. Okay. So see here. So we are going to do this dispersion effect today in Photoshop. Okay. Okay. So we are going to use, last class we have done caricature using the liquify. Today we are going to do this dispersion effect using the liquify filter. Okay. So how we can do? See, first important thing is we need the correct brush. Correct brush we want for dispersion. So what is the correct brush? See, we can get the dispersion brush from brusheasy.com. Okay. First you have to go to brusheasy.com. Okay. And then you can simply type dispersion. Okay. See, actually you can use normal brushes, Photoshop brushes. So normal brushes you can use, but you have to change brush settings so that that brush looks exactly like a dispersion brush. So you have to change lot of settings in shape dynamics. Okay. So but instead, if you don't want to change, you can simply download the dispersion brush directly. I think all of you know how to download brushes. Simply download, and then see, I already installed the brush also. Huh? Hmm? Why? See, why means some are actually premium brushes. You have to buy. Okay. Some brushes are premium. So I already installed the brush. So because let us see whether we have the brush or not. Okay? So if we don't have the brush, we will install it again. Somewhere at the bottom, we will be having. Here it is. Here we have this person brush. Okay. Already installed the brush. Right. So after installing the brush, see, first thing what you do is, before using dispersion brush, we are going to first remove the background for this image, and see, I have also prepared notes for this, but don't write the notes. I will just directly copy paste it in your WhatsApp. Okay, because it's waste of time. So where is your 19th batch? Okay, so I have, huh? Right. So first thing is we will remove the background like this. Okay. So then, see, I'm going to take a duplicate of it. Okay. So how to take a duplicate? Control J. Okay. So see, here is a important. Select the bottom layer, not the top layer, bottom layer. Okay. And we have to apply. Uh, we have to apply liquify filter to the bottom layer. Bottom layer we have to apply liquify filter. Okay. See, filter liquify, not top layer. Okay, this is very important step. Okay, and then see, here we have many options. Well, let us not check these right side options. Here on the left side we have this uh, forward warp tool. Okay, so we'll use the forward warp tool, and see, I'm going to stretch this. We have to stretch the side part like this. Just will increase the size of the brush. Okay, I think all of you know now how to increase. So like this we have to stretch side part, stretch the side part, and then just click OK, right? So then for the top layer we are going to apply reveal all mask. Normal, just simply click here. Now we have applied reveal all mask. For the bottom layer we will apply hide all mask. Alt and click. Okay. So then what is the next step? Select the reveal all layer, top layer. Then we will use a brush. Okay, we will use which brush? Dispersion. Okay, and if you don't, if you are unable to download dispersion brush, you can use soft round brush or hard round brush. But you have to change some brush settings. You have to open the brush settings window and change some shape dynamics, spacing, all those settings you have to change. Okay, only then it will look like a similar to dispersion brush. Okay, right. So now select the dispersion brush. See, this is a brush. Okay. See, the first very important step is we have to remove the side part of this girl for the top layer. Side part. Okay. So we can remove the side part. See, black color. See, like this. So many people will forget this step. That is why they will not get that realistic output. So you can also change the angle like this. Okay, everybody knows now how to change the angle? Yes or no? Hmm? Okay, so I have removed the side part. So the next thing is we'll select this bottom layer. Okay, then we will use which color? White color, right? White to reveal, black to hide. So we will try to paint. Okay, so we can actually increase or decrease the size of the brush. Okay. Okay, so then what you'll do is I'm going to take a new layer. So just we will use the white color here. Oh sorry, white color. Control backspace. And then what I'll do is we will apply a slight motion blur filter. Okay, so how we can apply? So filter, blur, motion blur. Okay. So the motion blur has to be very little. See, I am applying for this one. Okay, which one? The top layer. It's a very sensitive value actually. See, you can see the motion blur, but don't try to apply it too much. Okay. And then for this one, filter blur, motion blur. Okay, so a very little value will apply. Okay. Okay, and then we can do one more thing. So we can actually see if you want to create some holes. Okay, so we can also create a hole. So you take a black color and you can try to use the other dispersion brushes also. Like this. You can make some holes. You can actually increase and decrease the size of the brush, and you can create some combination. See, combinations, right? Okay, so something like this you can create using a dispersion brush. So this is a dispersion effect. Okay, so this is the thing. See, I will give you one assignment on this dispersion. So that assignment is where is our, take a picture. Okay, take a picture of yoga. Okay, take a picture of yoga pose. Okay, what is yoga pose? Okay, see, I will show you. See, something like this. Okay, so something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, and apply dispersion. Okay, dispersion effect to the left side of yoga pose. Okay, something. Somebody is doing yoga and is uh, getting dispersed. Okay, this is your second assignment. Okay, okay, understood now? Dispersion effect. Okay, so the last filter that I am going to tell you is camera raw. So, what is camera raw filter? Okay, so see here. Here we have a filter camera raw. Okay, you just open the camera raw filter. See, after this filter, we are going to start the next topic, that is adjustment. Okay, so uh, what we are going to learn in adjustments? So in adjustments, uh, we are going to see how we can apply colors to the image, different colors, or how we can control the contrast and brightness of the image. Okay, so all those things we are going to learn in adjustments. So uh, now we are going to see this camera raw. This camera raw is almost like a alternative to adjustment. So whatever we are going to learn in adjustments, same things are actually found in this camera raw filter. So so let us see what we can find in camera raw. See, this is very much useful for photographers because all the settings necessary for a photographer are available in this camera raw filter. Okay, so let us see what we can find here. See, at the top you have options like temperature, tint. Okay, and at the bottom we have exposure, contrast, highlight, shadow, etc. etc. Okay, so first we will see the top options. See, temperature. See, what is temperature? Temperature means, see, the yellowness of the image. It will actually add some yellowish coloring to the image. See, when I am increasing the temperature, it is becoming more yellowish. Okay, and when I reduce the temperature, what will happen? So the opposite of yellow color is affected. What is the opposite of yellow color? Blue. So warm colors and cool colors. Warm colors, yellow is warm color. So fire, inside fire, the hottest part is yellow. Okay, and the cool color is blue. Okay. Okay. Next is tint. See, what is tint? Okay. Tint means, see, tint means different colors. See, you are seeing different colors here. When I am changing, these different colors you are getting. Okay. Exposure. What is exposure? Exposure means how much brightness. Okay. See, if you increase the exposure, see, it becomes very bright, like a afternoon shot. Okay. Okay. And if you reduce the exposure, see, it becomes very dark. Like if you want afternoon scene, you have to increase the exposure. Contrast. What is contrast? We know already what is contrast. Dark areas more dark, bright areas more bright. Okay. Highlights. Highlights means, see, the bright areas are becoming more bright. Highlights. Only bright areas are getting affected with highlights. Okay. Shadows. Now see, the dark areas are getting affected. Whites. See, it becomes whites. White becomes more white. See, whites option is similar to exposure. Okay. Black. So something like that. Okay. Right. So some of these options are there, and I will not tell you each and everything. We will learn some important things here. So see here, vibrance. What is vibrance? Vibrance means naturality. If you want to give some natural look to the image, you have to increase vibrance. So don't increase it too much. Okay, means what is the exact meaning is, okay, normally all our skin colors are brown. Okay, normal, even foreigners also have brown skin, light brown. We are dark brown. Okay, so that brownish coloring, if you want, we have to use this white line. So that is called natural color. So we are going to get natural color using white line. And here saturation is there. Saturation is, it makes the color more thick, more dark. Like you see, color is have become very dark, very thick, very thick. Huh? Yeah, saturation will make every color thick, dark. Okay, and if saturation is 0, it means totally the color is gone. Okay, so that is the thing. So we are going to see similar options again in adjustment. Okay, so the next one is curve. See, what is the curve? See this. When I am going to start adjustment, first thing I am going to tell you is this curve. Okay, here, see, you can just put a point here, and then if you try to move it upwards, see, it becomes very bright, and if you move it down, it becomes dim, like this. Okay, and if you want to make this reddish in color, select this red color button, create a point here. See, now it has become very reddish. And if you move it down, opposite color of red. What is the opposite color of red? Cyan. Opposite color of red is cyan. See, this is cyan color. And opposite color of green is what? Magenta. See, this is a magenta color. Okay, and opposite color of blue is yellow. Okay, opposite color of blue is yellow. Okay, so remember this. Okay. Okay. Here, this is the interesting option. This is a very lot of photographers use this option. Okay, lot of photographers. So even if you have some of your photos, especially if you have taken photos with Canon camera, Canon or Nokia, or not Nokia, what is it? Nikon. Sorry. Okay. So what is the first thing? First problem we are going to get is noise. So to reduce that noise, we are going to come to this section, details section, and we will reduce the noise. See, I will show you with a practical example. So we just remove this because this is for photographer. This is a very important technique. Okay, that is why I am telling you. See, I have taken this image now. Okay, here this image is having lot of noise. Okay, so we will open the camera raw filter. See. Takes time to open. See here, come to this detail section. Okay, here we have a noise reduction, color noise reduction. Okay, we will, here it is a color image now, so we will use color noise. So try to increase it. We will also try to increase the noise. See this, see it will not do 100% perfect job, but you can still use it. See, it is doing the job. Okay, and we will also increase the sharpening here. But let us actually do some comparison test. Okay, the first thing is I will close this. So we will take a duplicate. Okay, Control J. Okay, now we will apply the camera raw filter. So it is taking time to load. Okay, now we will try to increase the noise reduction. See now the noise is gone. This is for photographers. This camera raw is very important. Okay. So see here. So now you can see how much noise we have removed. But one thing I want to tell you, don't try to increase it too much. Okay, it may become too soft or too unnatural. So that is the thing. And then if you click OK, see, you can do comparison. This is the original. This is the this is after noise reduction. Okay. Hmm? What? This is original. Okay. This is the after using camera. Okay. Okay, so and then see here you can make it more interesting by also using this combination of these curves. Okay, you can make it a little bit bright. You can also add some contrast here. Where is contrast? Here, contrast.
Sir, particular places you are using.
Yeah, you can do that. We will be learning in adjustments. Okay. Like this. See, now it is looking very bright, very neat. Okay. See, you can see the difference. How much change we got. Okay. So using camera raw. Okay. So the next thing is, see, we can create a vignette background using camera. Vignette. Everybody remember vignette? When I told vignette, tell me. Neon glow. Okay. Okay. See, if you want to create a vignette, see, just open camera raw, and then see here we have optics. Optics, and then first you will reduce the this one. Okay. See, you are slowly getting the vignette, but still you want more. The effect should be more intense. So open this effects here. In effects also we have vignette. You just reduce the shadow. See, and we got that vignette look. Okay. So for that we will do one thing. So you can take a new layer and make it black. Then we use the opacity. Okay, so now we got the linear. Okay. Hmm? Yeah. Grain is like noise. Okay, I will show you. It's like noise. It's adding noise. Sometimes what happens is if you want some to add some roughness to the surface, we can increase the okay grain. So I think there is one software called Lightroom. So that is mainly used for photographers. Okay, photograph whoever is in photography, they will be knowing the Lightroom. Okay, so in the Lightroom also there is similar option like camera option. Huh? Yeah, but instead of Lightroom, you can use this camera option in Photoshop. All options are there to control the and improve the image, improve the photograph. Okay, photography is a very big subject, okay, very big subject, and especially for whoever is into the effects industry, they should know this photography technique. Right? Right. So now we understood about this filters. Okay, see, we will be again coming back to the filters in pad painting, photo manipulation again. Okay, so now I will be starting a new topic. Okay, that is adjustments. So after we complete adjustments, we will be completing all the important topics in Photoshop. And then after adjustments, we will be learning examples. Examples like photo manipulation, matte painting, digital painting, poster design. So all these things are going to follow. Okay, right. Okay. So adjustments. So what are adjustments? Okay. See, we have already covered one or two adjustments in our previous classes. One adjustment is level. Okay. Where is when did we cover levels? Okay. See here, image adjustment level. Okay. And one more adjustment also we have covered. That is desaturate to remove the color. Everybody remember now? Starting the bright example. Okay. Now for this class, we will learn adjustments in detail. And I have just given you a rough idea about adjustments using the camera raw filter. So, but now there is a separate options for adjustment. The first option is curves. So we have also seen curves, but now we will see curves in detail. Okay. So how to access curves? Okay, there are two ways to access curves. One is image adjustments curves. So see, photography. Whoever is a photographer, he uses this curves dialog box a lot. Okay, it's a very common thing that a photographer uses. Every time he uses this one only. Most other adjustments are also there, but mostly he uses this. Okay. You can also open curves from in another way, that is by from this layers panel. How? See here at the bottom of layers panel, we have the same option. Curves. So there is a difference between applying curves from layers and applying curves from menus. So what is the difference? I will explain. Okay. First we will open from menus, Control M. Control M, okay? So it's taking time right now. So it's taking time. Okay, this problem will be what? You can also open it by going to image adjustment and first, okay? Right. See here, we have a curve here. This is the curve, and here we have a graph. See, this graph is different for different images. For this image, the graph looks like this. If I open another image, the graph looks different. Okay, and what you can see here. See, at the top you can see white color. At the bottom you can see black color. Black represents shadows, white represents highlights, and in between areas, in between colors represent the gray area or medium color. Okay, so that is the thing. And see, if you want to create a point on this curve, you can click anywhere. So I am going to click at the middle. So now a point is created. So once a point is created, you can either move the point up or down. If you move the point up, what will happen? It will become more bright. See, the image has become very bright. It's looking like a mid-afternoon scene. And if you move it down, see, it looks like a something very shadow or shaded scene. Okay, on a rainy day, how it will look like that. And this point, see, this point is a mid-tone point. This point is a highlight point. This point is a shadow point. This point is mid-tone point. Okay, we can add more points here like this. We can add any number of points, and we can control each point. See, now look at the shape of the curve. Okay. See? You can get different combinations. Okay. Different combinations you can get. Okay, using this card. Okay. Alright. So let me open it again. What is happened to control? I don't understand. Control M is not working. Right. Here. So just we will create a point, and see here at the bottom you can see one thing. So this is like this works like a eyedropper. So it will target the certain areas. See, for example, if I want to target this road, see, I can come here. Just click here. If you click, what will happen? A point is created, and then you can actually move that point so that that area is affecting. See, now that road is becoming bright. If I move that upwards, and if you want to make the road dark, see, I am moving it down like this. Yeah, everything will be affected. So we can change it. Okay, I will show you how to change. But we can target specific area. Specific areas we can target. See, if you want to only control some specific area, one way is you can take a lasso tool. For example, I only want to affect this road. See, I have drawn a selection. Okay, here also we will try to improve this. Okay, see, I have only selected the road, and let us apply some feather to this. So always feather is very important. If not, you'll get a sharp like this. Okay. Now we will open the adjustments and curves. And now you can target this area. Okay. So what will happen? What will happen if you target that area? You can make only that area. Means the curve will affect only that area. that selection area. See, other areas are not getting affected. Understood now? So you can do like this. But actually there is a better way to do. Okay, even this way is not 100% perfect way. There is a better way to do. Okay, what is that way? We'll see. Okay, but before that, I will tell you some more options in this curve. See, here we have a option is RGB, not RGB, RGB. Okay, okay. Red, green, blue. Okay, means if you control RGB, it means you are actually controlling the brightness and contrast. But if you want to apply separate color, if you want to make this image reddish, select red and try to make it. See now it is has become very reddish. So if you want the opposite color of red, what is the opposite color of red? Just now I told you. Cyan. Okay. RGB cyan. Okay. Understood now? So you can control the individual colors. Blue and yellow. See? Right. So now see, I am going to tell you a better way of applying curves. So generally, if you apply from menus, you will not have that much too much control. But instead of applying from menus, we will apply the same curves from layers. So just click here and apply curve. See, now you got a layer, curved layer. Okay, you can give some name to this. Okay, we'll say okay something like a brightness. Okay, brightness layer, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Okay. Now see, I want to make it bright. Okay, so I'm going to apply create a point and then I'm making it bright. I want to remove the brightness on the road. Okay, only brightness should be on the scenery. So what should I do now? See, I can use this thumbnail, just like a mask thumbnail. Okay, select the thumbnail, take a brush. Which brush will take? Soft round. And then I want to remove this from the road, right? Remove the curves effect from road. So we can remove. So see, which color we have to take? Black. Okay. See, I am not applying black color here. I am removing the effect. See here, I am removing the effect from this road. See, and you can see here it is working exactly like a mask. And if we want the reverse, see means the road should be bright, the opposite area should be dark. So you can simply inverse the mask. How? Control I. See, pull down. So this area is dark, this is bright, road is bright. Like that you can apply curves from layers. Okay, so that is it. So curves adjustment, it is a very common adjustment option which is used by photograph. Okay, now we will check, next see the next adjustment. Okay, okay. Just a minute. See, I have selected this image. Okay, so let me remove this text. Okay, now you have to tell me how to remove this text. Content aware. So, okay, this one also we have to use content aware. Okay, Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Now the next adjustment is hue and saturation. Okay. Image adjustment, hue and saturation. Keyboard shortcut is Control U. Okay. Here. Now see this image. Where this image has what colors? This image is having blue color. Sari is blue. The design on the blouse is also blue. Okay. Lips are red color. Okay, and other colors are very simple colors are there. Okay. So what we are going to do? We are going to change the sari color. Okay. So first thing is we will understand what are the options inside this hue and saturation. So the first option is here is master. Okay. So master. So what is the master actually? Master means the main controller. Main controller. So if option is master, all colors will change. All colors in the image will change. Okay. But if you want only particular colors to change, so at that time you have to change the masters to that particular color. Okay. Let us see. Let us keep it as master and let us try to change. Okay. Okay. See here. First option is hue. I told you in the starting pattern what is hue. Hue means all colors except black and white. Okay. See. Now I am going to change the. See. Observe what is happening. See. Saree color is changing. Blouse design is changing and skin color is also changing. So we are getting different saree colors, but skin is also changing. But I don't want to everything to change. Let us only change the saree color. So for that we will select a particular color. What is the color of the saree? Blue. But if you think that if you have a doubt, means what is the color of the saree? So how to identify the color of the saree? See, here we have a button. Select the button. Just click on this saree. Once you click on the saree, see here automatically option changes to blue. Means it has, so Photoshop has identified that that particular color is blue. Now we will change. Now only blue color will change. See, no other color will change. Their skin color is not changing. Only blue is changing. See? So we are getting different colors sarees. Different colors we are getting. So see, saturation is there. You want a thick color saree. See, we have a thick red color saree. Okay, yellow color, orange color. Where is orange? See, so many colors. And if you want black saree, what should we do? Okay, so if you want black saree, just reduce the light. See, black saree. And if you want white saree, increase the light. And if you want grey saree, reduce the saturation. You see so many colors, all colors we got. Okay, all colors we got. But what we are going to do is, when I am changing hue and saturation, saree color is changing, also the blouse design color is changing. We don't want the design color to change. We only want the blue color saree to change. So what we have to do, I am going to apply the same hue and saturation from layers. Just simply apply hue and saturation from layers. Okay? Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు బ్లూ మొత్తం మొత్తం చాలా ఉన్నాయి బ్లూ అక్కడ ఇక్కడ చాలా ఉన్నాయి బ్లూ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం కానీ పర్టికులర్ లో ఒకటే ప్లేస్ బ్లూలో రైట్ అనేది ఆ ప్లేస్ చేంజ్
అదే చెప్తున్నాను ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. ఓకే, సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ నువ్వు అడిగినాడు కూడా ఇప్పుడు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకే, now see, so first we are going to select the color. Okay, see, first we are going to select the color. So now the blue is selected. Okay, so first we will change the color. Okay, first we will make the blue to some other color. Okay, Okay, we'll keep it orange. Okay. Okay. Then what we'll do is, see, I want to remove the color from this design. Only I want saree. So see what you have to do. Select the thumbnail. Take a brush, saffron brush. Take black color. So remove the hue saturation effect from this design. Okay. Now only saree color. Only saree's color is having that orange color. If you want to reverse, simply select this control and control X. Now reverse happens. Only the design color is blue. Has changed. Again, if you hit control I, what happens? Right? Hue and saturation. This is a very powerful option. Okay. I will tell you two more examples with hue and saturation. Okay. So the next example I will show you is, just let me open it.
పొద్దున్న పనులు ఉంటారండి ఇలా తీయండి సార్ అంటే అది
కళ్ళు మూసుకోవాలంటే
వాడు వచ్చినాడు ఏమైందా
see, we what we are going to do now, we will make the teeth bright white color. Okay, okay, yellow teeth will turn to pure white color. Okay, so how? By using hue and saturation. Okay, so simply apply the hue and saturation. Okay, first we have to tell the this dialog box what color we are going to change. Okay, so I am going to select the eyedropper, this one, then just pick the color. So now it has identified that we have selected yellow color. Now we have to change the yellow to white. So for that I am not going to use any option, only one option I will use, like this. Okay. So let me try to increase the light. Okay. Okay. Still we have something to do. Okay. See, when you make it white, okay, the areas on the skin are also affected. Okay. Here at the bottom we have some option. See, try to move it. See here on the near the gum, or you can say chibundu. Okay. So we have some orangish color. So see, let me also move it or remove it. See, I am going to click here, and see, if I try to move it right side, it becomes yellow. Okay, if I try to move it left side, see, it's becoming white. And we can actually add this. This is actually like adding feather. So if you move this button, we are actually adding some feather. Okay. Okay. Now it's done, but still see we have some problems on the face. So what we are going to do is, I am going to inverse the thumbnail. How? Control inverse the thumbnail. Now what I am going to do, take a brush, soft round brush, and we will only target the what? Teeth. Okay. Understood? See, we have made the teeth bright white in color. Right? So this is how we can use the hue and saturation. So one last and very interesting example in UN citation, and for that I will also give you one assignment. So that is cinematic coloring. So we will see what is the cinematic color. Okay. Hmm? Or I will show you. Okay.
Dark clouds.
So see here. So we'll create some nice, interesting movie poster. Okay. Using cinematic coloring. First, I will tell you what is cinematic coloring. Okay.
Actor color.
See, just I will type movie poster. Okay. If you just type movie poster, see, first thing you have to understand what are the colors. The colors. What type of colors we are going to see. See here. See, you can see some cinematic coloring here. They are not natural colors. See here. They are not natural colors. Let me. I will show you one image, one poster. I think all of you know this film. I think Butch. You know. See, you can see the coloring here. Just observe the color. It's a yellow. Yellow is not natural color. If you want this type of cinematic coloring, let's see here. So we can use a hue and saturation to get this type of cinematic color. So I will also show you one. We'll say Telugu posters. Telugu movie posters will also. Okay. So I will show you the coloring here. I will show you it. Okay, so you can see here this coloring you see. This is not a natural color, cinematic color. And also other movies are there. Here you see.
Linga.
See the color. And also we'll type Hindi movie. You can see this. See the color. So we want this type of color in here. And also one thing we can observe in posters. See, there is a clouds background. Okay, you can observe that clearly. There is some. See here. Here is some clouds background is there. And look at the coloring. So almost the colors are almost identical here. Some are using blue, some are using yellow. So, but finally the output is looking like a cinematic color. And also, let me type. See, here, see, what is it? Blade Runner. And also the Saho is also having some color.
Morunga met Mosudu.
So let me check. So we can see this yellow coloring here. Okay, here we have this greenish color. Okay. And observe one thing. Background has clouds. Almost all posters are using same pattern. Clouds background and bluish color. Some are using blue, some are using yellow, like that, changing. But clouds is a common thing. So we have to use these things to create a poster look. Okay. So now let us see how we can do this. So I will create something like a Mission Impossible poster. Okay. So there is a film actually. It's an English Mission Impossible. Some of you know, and some of you don't know.
Any cartoons and
Huh? Okay. So first thing what I will do is, see, I will apply one mask to this. So we'll just simply, so I'm going to apply a idle mask. Okay. Idle mask. Okay. Then we'll use a brush. We will use a soft round brush. Okay. Make sure that the option opacity and flow are 100%. Okay. We will only paint over the actors. Okay. Okay. We will remove these unwanted areas. Okay. Slightly you can remove. Okay. Okay. So something like this I have written. Okay. So you can still paint if you want. Okay. Right. Okay. So I have adjusted it properly. Now the next thing is, we will take a common layer. So how we can take common layer? I think all of you know this. Okay. Tell me. Anybody can tell how we can take common layer? Control Shift Alt E. Okay. Before that, we'll do one thing. Actually, we will take a brush. We'll reduce the flow. Okay, and then here I am going to use a white color, and we'll see slightly paint this uh, hand. Okay, so that it looks as if it is on the inside the clouds. Right. Okay. So the next thing is we'll take a common layer. Control Alt Shift and A. Okay. So now what you'll do is, see, I am going to first remove the color. Okay. So how we can remove the color? Let us apply hue saturation. See, I am applying hue saturation from layer. Okay. Right. Now to remove the color, see, we have to simply select the saturation. So we can actually just drag it. Color is gone. Okay. Now the color is gone. Or you can see, you can reduce the saturation, or you can just keep it somewhere. If you want just partial color, simple minimum color, you can keep it like this. You don't have to completely make it black and white. Minimum colors like this. But we will use the option color. Now, the moment you select the colorize option, see, now you can see the cinematic coloring. See, just try to see the effect. See, see, and try to see if you want more darkness, more green color. Try to increase the saturation. See? Now we are getting the cinematic coloring. See, dark with green color. So you can try different colors. if you want blue color, see, okay, if you want the yellow color, see, and if you don't want this much uh, brightness, you can reduce the see. So cinematic coloring. Okay, which option we use? Coloring. So we can use this type of colors, and you can try to make it more dark by reducing the lightness, or make it more bright by increasing the lightness. But actually, we can keep it at the middle, okay? So something like this. Okay? So now we got the cinematic look. Okay, now we can actually make it more interesting. Okay, what we do is, see, I'm going to take a pen tool. Okay, we will use a shape here. Okay, and try to give it a blue color. Okay, right. Then what I will do is I will use a blending mode, something like a blending mode. Okay, so you can use different blending modes here, but actually color is the best one. Okay. Which one? Okay, then you use it. If you want more darkness, take a duplicate of it. Take a dark. Take duplicate. Okay. So then we will make it finish it off by giving some title. Okay. We will use some. The main idea is here the cinematic color. That is our idea. So we will use which one actually? So we will use impact. We can use impact. Okay. And we can use control shift. Okay. So then we'll also put the, we'll keep it here. And then we'll also put the name number. Say 5. The option number 5, right? If you want to see, you can see if you want to keep to give some nice interesting effect to this. I'm going to reduce the fill here, and then we'll double click on this. I think I told you this last time. Yeah. So what we'll do is we can use the bevel and embossing. Bevel and embossing drop shadow. So we can see, okay, lightly we can see. Yeah. Okay. So, can actually move it from somewhere. And we can do one thing. If you want some light stroke, you can use. Okay. Stroke. Which color stroke will be? can produce it right. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so we can then do one thing. You can say something like whatever. Okay, you can keep whatever you want. Okay. Okay, put Kaushik Kumar. So something. Okay, you can put whatever. Center align. Alignment is and here you can say something like Suresh Productions. Okay. Keep it. Okay, just I'm giving you some ideas. Hmm? So something like this, and then you can give some nice stroke, pure white color stroke, okay, and a drop shadow. And just you will type one last thing here, that is only. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah. Only one or two parts. Okay. So like this. So we can create okay some nice poster okay by using the hue and saturation. Okay, so just this is my idea. Okay? You can use your own ideas. Okay, and create a poster and then you can save it as a finally JPG file. That I am going to leave it to you. Okay, right. So now I will give you one assignment on this. Okay, what he has come. Sai Vinay. Who is Sai Vinay? Who is Sai Vinay? Sai Vinay. Sai Vinay. What's your name?
Sumit sir, Sumit.
Suminda. Okay. See. See, the first thing I am not going to work on the original. Okay. I am going to work on the duplicate. So control J. Okay. So first step is we are going to remove the filter. Okay. So I think all of you know this step. First step. Okay. So just use the edge tool. Okay. So this is our first step. Okay. The first step we have completed. That is by clearing the filters. Okay. So the next step. So we want her face to be smooth. We have made her face clean, but the next is we have to make her face smooth. So for that, I am going to take one more layer. Okay, Control J. Okay, one more layer I have taken, and I am going to apply a filter to this. See, now we are coming back to filter again. Okay, I am going to apply a filter. So what is that filter? We are going to apply a filter that is blur surface. Okay. So see here, once you apply surface blur, so here you can see the values 33 and 20. So suppose we will keep these values and just simply click OK. But the thing is, this surface blur applied to her eyes as well as nose. So what you are going to do? I am going to apply a hydro mask. So how to apply hydro mask? All time. Okay. Then I am going to paint only on her skin. We will increase the flow value. Okay, and paint only on her skin. And remove the droplets. Okay now? Right. So the next thing is, I'm going to take a common layer now. Okay. So we can take common layer, Control Alt Shift and E. Okay. Now I will apply some glow. So this technique is mainly used by photographers. See, especially whoever is designing albums, wedding albums, like that. So what they do is photographers. First they will do retouching, remove pimples and all those things, then make her face smooth. Then the next thing they do is they apply some glow to the bride or groom, like that. Okay. So how they apply? First we have to change the foreground and background color to black and white. Okay. Then we are going to go to the filter and we are going to go to their filter gallery. Okay. So filter gallery, and see we are going to use which one? Distort. And here we are going to use diffuse glow. Okay. Then let me actually see, this is a very sensitive value. Even if you increase it slightly, it becomes too much. Okay. So see here, clear amount. So if you try to increase it, see it is we are reducing the glow amount. Okay. If you try to decrease it, see coming very like a ghost. Okay. So what you do is slightly increase, slightly decrease, increase. Okay, so that it is glow is not too much. So here also glow amount is there, it's slightly decreased. So it should look natural actually. Okay, so something like this. Now it's looking nice. Okay, so this is the next thing. And the next thing is we'll apply some naturality to the to this brush. So naturality, I told you about vibrance. So you want some brownish color. So how we can apply that vibrance? See, simply you can just click here. Here we have an option vibrance. So vibrance means it will make her face a little bit brownish. From creamy color, it will make her face brownish. So see here, if I increase the vibrancy now, her face is becoming brown. See, can you see the change? See. So don't increase it too much. Let's keep it around 50 is better. If you increase the saturation, see it becomes very yellowish. Okay, but it should not be too yellow. Keep it over here. Okay. Now it's looking natural color. Now it is having natural color. Okay. And one last thing we are going to do is, so we will give some makeup to our lips. Okay. So we are going to give some lipstick makeup. Okay. So for that, I am going to first select her lips using the pen tool. Take the option as bar. Okay. Okay. So I have selected, and then what you do? Control Enter. Everybody knows now. Convert path to selection, and then feather. We'll give some feather value, and then we'll use a red color, alt and backspace. Okay. So here we got it, and then we will use which one? Actually multiply. So we have used multiply, but still it's not looking natural. So what I am going to do is I will double click on this, and I told you in vanishing point example, this one, this option. So we'll use the underlying layer. So what will happen is, if you try to, underlying layer means this bottom layer. This bottom layer's bright areas will affect the top layer. Okay, see here. If I try to move it like this, see you are bringing back the bright area. But we don't want this much intensity, so what we'll do, break this button. So how? Alt and take. Okay, something like that. So finally we'll just use Control Alt Shift and E. See? Now we have added lot of makeup. So just what we'll do is I'm going to take off one final document, and we'll do some comparison. See here. Photo retouching I will give you next class. Okay, assignment. So this is the final, right?